Hello world again. On this session, I will be speaking about the religious intolerance and the stupidity that surrounds it. Um, I want to get out the notions and the topics of why we can't get along. Why can't we just tolerate whatever whatever religious views that other people might have? Um, why do we have to force our religion and our views and preach to other people? The notion of the separation of church and state, pretty much the oppression that comes from the overall intolerance of religion, uh, and just go on some other few tangents. But as far as getting to why we can't get along and tolerate other people's views, that is just something that I really don't understand why it is so difficult for people to be so unaccepting of other people's views. I mean, whatever someone else wants to believe, as long as it is not hurting you or someone else in the physical or I guess the emotionally damaging way, it really shouldn't be none of your concern to what they believe as far as their faith and their religion. Um, I mean, just to bring out some religions on the table, and this is not to attack any one group's faith or anything. The Christians, the Muslims, the Buddhists, the Hinduists, the Zoroastrianism, and a few others that's probably a bit unknown. But there are so many dominations of these religions and sects and everything else. And in my views, religion has always been more of teachings to guide us to be more moral and be filled with a sense of integrity, and whatever we do to pretty much have respect and have ethics and values. So that's the main premise of religion, at least in my eyes. And as far as what I am personally, I want to say that I'm pretty much multicultural, multi-religious, in the sense that religion is a fascinating topic area of study for me. That is something that I just research on the side, and the more I find out about a certain religion, I pretty much always sees it as the teachings. So I don't really see the teachers as some kind of deity or anything. It's more like these are the teachings of the instructor, and if I feel that it applies to who I am, then I take a bit and a piece of those teachings and I try to incorporate that into my every makeup of who I am, how it defines me, and everything else along those lines. So I want to say that I'm pretty open towards the religious views of others, and there always seems to be some common theme, some common deity that is pretty much, regardless of, I say over 90% of the religions out there, they are all trying to instill morals and values into people and to teach them how to live a better life, to be a person that's a supposedly functional member of society that has respect and honor for their family, for other people, and to just being all around a well-rounded person. Um, as far as the separation of church and state, our government is on one side and religious faith is on the other. And because of our religious views and trying to unite them under one umbrella, that's a very difficult task. Um, and I don't think that those two should really go hand in hand. And that's why there was or is supposed to be such a thing as the separation of church and state. Um, because supposedly what's always ethical and moral to one culture and civilization is not necessarily deemed in the same way as it would to a different culture. And because religion is very diverse depending on where you are in the world, what kind of domination you are following, your ethics and values comes from those religious teachings that you uphold. And because that's not going to be the same in everyone's eyes, you can't really pass judgment to say that is right or wrong in the eyes of the law, because laws again are also a bit biased for each country, each nation, each culture, each civilization. So that's why we have such a vast diversity of that. So those two are something that really shouldn't be combined into one. And that's why we supposedly have the freedom of religion to practice whatever religion that we've grown up with or decide to pursue or been ingrained with. Um, and I just feel that it's really oppressive for some group or denomination to try to go through and to proclaim that their religion, sect, their beliefs are better than a different group, so that another group is wrong. Again, I just feel that it's just a matter of perspective. It's a matter of just faith and just trying to be an all around good person. So, because it's not hurting anyone, it really shouldn't be oppressive. Religion should be something that you personally believe in because that is what you, in some sense, want to do and have been ingrained to do. And that goes also into a bit of the issue of nature versus nurture and everything else, and that's another sociological topic on its own.